Those cowbells don't ring themselves, people. Let's hear them. There we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Before I started with Norcal, I'd never really done an organized sport. I wasn't like a catch throw kind of person, and it was amazing to just find something where I could just get out, get on a bike, get outside, and just have a lot of fun while also like getting cardio and getting my body moving.
To an extent, it kind of definitely brought up my confidence. I've been able, just some of the first races, being able to get up towards top 10, and that totally said, wow, like I'm actually good at this. But also just being out and riding with other people, like boosting my confidence, being able to be a leader within the group, and just not always just being the best rider, but also just being able to be a leader within the group. Totally said like, oh wow, like for me at least was like, wow, like you actually kind of a role in this, and you're strong, and like you can do this kind of thing.
There's nothing I don't learn from these kids. From a kid that comes into the season wide-eyed and amazed and willing to do whatever the coaches recommend he does to try to improve his riding, improve his skills, and become a racer, to kids that come in thinking they know everything. Oh, I've raced enduro, I've done this, I've done that, and all of a sudden the sport of cross country just chops them down and humbles them. Watching those two kind of opposite trajectories at the beginning of the season move towards an apex at the end of the season, to where they may be in different classes, they may be doing different things, but those teammates or even those opponents have learned the same lessons in different ways throughout the season. That's one of the fun parts to watch.
I learned how to have grit, which basically means that I can get up from any fall or work harder when I feel like I can't work anymore, and that really has helped me, not even just in mountain biking but also in school.
We're just like we've been toughened and calloused by mountain biking in the league, and like we love it so much in our community here.
Yes.
If you could see the pictures of my freshman year of me at the races compared to my senior year, you would see the difference. My freshman year, I have like a white jersey, maybe some jeans on and stuff. And my senior year, I have like a green neon wig, a cut-off Hawaiian shirt, some jorts, and I'm racing in cowboy boots. I mean, how much more confidence do you need, really?
Yeah. Well, the Santa Ana Thunderbirds are kind of a rare team. We are a rare breed, so to speak. But what I've learned from them is that they can make anything fun. I love being surprised by them, and whether it's Ben bringing donuts on race day, or Willie G showing up in wigs and crazy outfits, and they always keep me on my toes, and they know how to make everything fun. And I realize like it's a good reminder never to take anything too seriously.
What's one aspect of the Norcal League that's impacted your life?
I'd say the teams, because like for me, I don't like really competitive racing, but like I was with my friend Jonas all the way through the race, and he just kept pushing me to ride faster and ride harder.
I've met people and made friends in Norcal that I never would have met otherwise. Met people from all across California, and even made more friends like within my school from the team. And I've definitely made friends trying to convince people to join the team. So yeah, overall it's been so fun, and I'm so glad that I have it.
If I could make a difference for a kid, I think that's really what I think it's really important. And you might see me get emotional, but it's the care that I have, I think, and the care that people gave me. Sorry, when I came to this country, I had people who took an interest, who said, hey, you can do this. Yeah, most guys, in my town ended up, probably not amounting to much. And so I had people who said, hey, continue. So I had all these angels in my life.
It's definitely helped me a lot with confidence. I was always kind of shy and didn't talk to people really. And that's definitely, with all the people around, just the whole racing and being around people definitely helped me with that.
Feeling of like brotherhood and sisterhood, like within my teammates, and like, the whole like atmosphere of NorCal in full really impacted me. It was really it was really like a really good environment, you know, for just getting into the sport and, you know, being new and not knowing, like going to your first race and, you know, the whole atmosphere was great.
One that kind of pops into my brain is a gentleman who joined the team late. He joined as a junior. Kind of like myself, he wasn't ever really a serious mountain biker before, and always had a good positive attitude, always had a smile on his face. But you know, he couldn't come to all the practices, and so some of those long Saturday rides were really a stretch for him. Yeah. And there was a particular ride, and I was riding sweep, and he was in the back with me. And we had to stop a lot, and we had to walk, and you know, he had to walk his bike up pretty much every steep hill. And it was like, I was thinking to myself, like, oh man, this is that I've lost him. Like, there's no way he's coming back. This is just too hard for him, and this is just too much of a stretch. You know, too much out of his comfort zone. And then we got to a certain point, and it was pretty much halfway up the hill, and I kind of looked at him, and I was thinking to myself, like, you know, we're going to have to turn back. It's too much, you know, the rest of the team's going to be already on their way back soon, and they're going to pass us up, and this is going to be so embarrassing for him. And I was super worried about it, super concerned. And he looked at me, and he looked out the view, and he's like, like, this is one of my best days ever. And look at this view. This is beautiful. And he just was having this amazing time. And here I'm all in my own head worrying about him. And he just fully showed me that you know, you can make the best out of any experience. And it's not about getting to the top of the hill. It's not about winning races. It's just about, you know, being out there. So
how did you meet? How did you become friends? You know, Willie, you're staying at Christian's house. I mean,
at the Norcal camp. Yeah, the Norcal trail building camp.
That whole week was just so sick.
Yeah, that week was so fun.
That was definitely a week to remember up there.
My favorite moment at camp, the dropper on my bike like broke, like it wouldn't go up. So it was my first day meeting Christian, dude, legend, quite a legend right over there. Yeah, there we go. And so I was like, he was like, dude, I'm gonna ride behind you. I want to see your shredding skills. And I was like, damn, on the spot. And I had the Epic. I haven't ridden it before, and I just, dude. There was like a really fast corner, and I just totally slid that thing on the inside. It was sick.
You just learn so much about building trails and maintaining trails, and just all the work and the process that goes into all these trails, really.
There's something about rock work that gives you this feeling of accomplishment, and my favorite part was how we put together this assembly line to move these rocks from one place to another. And so we got like all these kids standing, and it was like 5 kids between like this pile and that pile, and we were just like handing them through. We got it done. Like,
the one thing that I learned is definitely like rock work and reinforcing bridges over fast flowing creeks.
What is something that you learned at camp that you did not know before?
Bring an extra derailleur hanger on every ride. This camp is so much more than just riding and trail building. Like, the whole like community of this camp, like, it's just so much fun.
At camp, like, it kind of feels like one big family, and everyone like gets stuff done together. And there's just like, you get to know a lot of people that you wouldn't otherwise get to know, like North Conference, whatever, other teams that you wouldn't, like people you wouldn't necessarily race against. And like, you just come away from it even more sure that mountain biking is just like a really communal, happy together sport.
What would you say to other student athletes that, you know, are on the fence, you know, not really sure about mountain biking? I mean, what advice would you give them?
I mean, I'd say try it. Like, there's no harm in trying it. And for me, like, I will keep it for the rest of my life. So if I can push someone else to be a part of that, I will try as hard as I can. But I think that just like, there's no reason not to do it. Like, it's so much fun. And if you do end up hating it, try it again, because you'll end up most likely liking it. So
yes.